founding member of the Arewa Consultative Forum and elder statesman, Alhaji Tanko Yakasai, has said other regions in the country are fond of blaming northerners for their problems when the north has the highest number of poor people. Yakasai said though the north had produced more leaders compared to the south, it had numerous issues it is dealing with. Speaking on Thursday at an online conference monitored by The Punch, themed the second Never Again conference, 51 years after the Nigerian Biafra Civil War, hosted by Nzuko Umuna, an Igbo think tank in partnership with Ovation International and Njenje Media. He said the fractional tendencies in the country must be addressed. Some Southerners have accused the North of ploys to dominate leadership positions and treats other regions in the country as second-class citizens. They have also alleged that the North was against the proposed restructuring the country because it benefits from the current system, which they believe is unfair and unproductive. Okay. Meanwhile, despite having ruled the country longer than the South, the North is said to have higher number of out-of-school children, higher poverty and illiteracy rates, especially with the Amajiri system. In his response to comments by Afenifere leader Chief Ayo Adebanjo and leader of the indigenous people of Biafra Nnamdi Kanu, both of whom accused the North of shying away from the compelling need to restructure the country. Yakasai said, "I'm a northerner, but we are the most unlucky people in this country. Most people blame us for their problems, but we are the poorest in the country." I was reading recently the number of billionaires in Nigeria, and out of 10, 8 were from the south and only 2 were from the north. Aliko Dangote and Abdul Samad Rabiu of a BUA group. We have been in power more than any other ethnic group. The fact is that we had power more than anybody, yet we became the poorest. He said even though people could disagree during discourse about national issues, people should always create time to attend such events and contribute, because it is our collective contribution that would make the aggregate of the ideas that we want to sell to the country. Yakasai added that though the Nigerian Civil War ended over 50 years ago, the mistrust among major sub-regional groups remained a threat to the democratic process. He said we need to learn from the Civil War of 51 years ago and address squarely the fractional tendencies in the country today. Wow, that's good. Unity, peace, trust, justice, democracy, and development must be made to work for Nigeria to keep it stronger. In her remarks, a stalwart of the ruling All Progressives Congress and wife of a former deputy governor of Kaduna State, Mrs. Charity Shekari, said every region, including the North, had issues they were dealing with, and that it was wrong to attribute the country's problems to the North. She added, each of us has issues we are talking about. Most people always refer to the North. Let us reason how we will sit together properly and stop this victim mentality. I am from the Middle Belt and I have issues too. Meanwhile, a retired permanent secretary, Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs Ambassador Godnose Igali, said it was important for Nigeria to examine why some countries went through war like Nigeria's Civil War and they became stable afterwards. Every country has a level of heterogeneity and diversity. So diversity is not an excuse for people's inability to build states, Igali added. In a federation and a diverse country like Nigeria, we must listen to one another. We must continue to build a constitution that accommodates everybody. A situation where some people feel superior to others or where some don't feel protected by the constitution creates problems. All parts of the country must have a sense of belonging. He said one way to avoid another civil war was to build a society where people feel protected and cared for. He added, in the Scandinavian countries where I was once an ambassador, the society takes care of the people, and over there nobody is poor and nobody is too rich. But here people are hungry and there are no jobs. The elite must be able to create an environment where people are able to live like others. You know, I've always said it. Anytime there is an event like this, everybody will talk, 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 talk. They will say the right thing, but who is going to start it? Who is going to do the right thing? Who is going to change it? I don't understand. See, all of them will contribute. They will say one or two things. But okay, let there be action. Let them take the on by the book. Every day, every year in, year out, the same story. The same story, the same story. I don't know what to even say concerning, oh, the North, they are blaming the North, this and that, blah, 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 blah. The same story, they will talk, talk, talk. During that meeting, everything is ended. No, nothing is going to happen. Nobody's going to say anything again. It will end there. That's it. We'll start all over again. All the things they have said again, they will continue to repeat it. Reduce birth rate. One man, one wife, maximum of 4 children. Go to school. You will see changes. Don't give birth to so many children and see it as advantage in politics. Insurgents in North is as a result of this. Families can't train what they give birth to depend on governments. You guys are not sincere with your population. You have more Niger and Chadian immigrants as Hausa indigenes in the north, and that is the major reason and problem why having higher level of poverty, and it will keep increasing if not corrected. I think it is high time government needed to clamp down on Hausa speaking Niger and Chadians claiming northern indigenes. You are talking about that. Are they going to do that? Are they seeing it in that manner? No, they are not seeing it. And even if they know if it is a deliberate act, they won't even change it. No matter the kind of advice you are going to give to them, they won't take it. You can imagine Buhari the way he is now. He has even made his own point that security under him is far better than any other person that has ever ruled. That is what he's saying, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. And that is what he believes, and he believes everything is fine. Those who are complaining, they are just trying to winch on him. They are just trying to bring him down. He has done. To him, he has done his best. They are telling him to change the service. He said no, he will not change them because they are the best, and he has done well. So, if they are giving such a person advice and he does not want to take it, how do you expect the country to move forward? Yes, some people are saying if they not accept restructuring or even separation, things will become better for them. But as long as they depend on the wealth from the south, poverty will continue to be their portion. Easy source of wealth makes one lazy. True, I'm waiting for the Arewa youth to wake up to reality and stop being paranoid. Arewa youth have been taken for granted for many years, but one day they will wake up. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning what these people have said.